This is my quick PSA, probably not so quick, about microchipping your cats. I am not a fan of collars, and especially like people will be like, oh well, I have a breakaway collar. They're not safe either. I unfortunately know of a 12-pound Siberian that was killed with a breakaway collar because either they pop right off and they are no use then if the collar comes off, or in this poor boy's case, it didn't pop off. And like I said, 12-pound cat, the owner's, as near as they can guess, he was probably chasing a bug or something around the house and jumped up, and the collar got caught on their coat hanger, and unfortunately they came home to him passed. So I highly recommend microchipping. It will save your cat from getting mats. It'll save you the headache of if the collar pops off or from having a devastating loss. There are so many instances, me being in veterinary and being a breeder, where I can tell you that that microchip is a lifesaver. I personally have a friend right now that is a breeder, and she's trying to get a cat back, and thankfully her name is on the microchip. Because of the microchip she uses, her name will always be on the microchip, so that cat can always be traced back to her, and she has a contract stating that if the owner could not keep the cat, that it goes back to her. So she should be getting her boy back whenever he gets through the intake process of the shelter he's at. I've known of animals being stolen, and that's a way to prove that it's your animal, is to have that microchip number. It's not foolproof. I mean, they're not tracking chips like a lot of people think that you can track them with a microchip. You can't, at least not yet. But it's a whole lot safer, and it's a lot surer way to prove that an animal is yours. And most of the time with my kittens, I personally have the veterinarian do it when they're getting their spays and neuters, so they're completely out and they don't feel it. But even if I didn't do that, which there's been times where I haven't done that, it's just like a vaccine. It goes in right like a vaccine. It's about the size of a grain of rice. It's really tiny. You can feel it. If you mess around with it, you can feel in that area, and you can feel the microchip, but it doesn't bother them. And it's just the safest option out there. And